So guys, here's the Lamborghini Huracan in a beautiful shade of Aranzio Borealis. I hope I pronounced that right. It's a shade of orange, and what you can straight see here is a beautiful carbon fiber kit, and it happens to be a Novitec Tornado kit. Also, what I just got to know is that this is apparently world's first Huracan to get a Novitec Tornado kit, which includes this beautiful carbon fiber hood, the front splitters, the ORVM covers, the side skirting, this beautiful wing, and a rear diffuser. Also, when you walk around, you can see these beautiful 20-inch Giallo rims painted in black, and it has the orange matching calipers that match the body color. Absolutely amazing. Let's have a look at the car from the inside. This is the key. You can see the Performante seats right here. This is actually an optional loading on the car. You can see the gigantic paddle shifters. Also, if you see the air intake, even that's in carbon fiber. This switch is to operate the co-driver window. The second switch is very important. It actually raises the car from the front so you can clear the bumps. Very important in a country like India. This is the ESC off button where you can turn off the stability and you can actually drift this all-wheel drive Huracan. This is the hazard lights. This is the parking sensors, the reverse parking sensors to turn it on or off. This button is actually to turn off the most irritating feature of the car. When you come to a standstill, the engine turns off to save fuel, but it is very irritating again because of the traffic. And this is to operate the driver's side windows. This is entirely the AC control. This is the telematics, and you can also adjust the radio, the volume. And this is the main start stop button. This actually is the reverse gears. This is the parking button. This is the manual button. So when you press this, you actually control the car with the paddle shifter. So when you upshift or downshift, that's when the gear changes. And this is the electric handbrake. You happen to have a small LCD screen. This shows the oil pressure, this shows the temperature of the oil, and that shows the voltage of the battery. So let's start with this beautiful screen right here, because this is the first Lamborghini to get Audi's virtual cockpit, and this is absolutely crisp and super HD. And over here you have this beautiful steering which feels amazing to hold. So over here you have the pass by button. So this is the pass by button. This is the indicators, left for left, right for right, and you press to disengage, exactly similar to a Honda Activa. These are the buttons to navigate through this virtual cockpit. This is the driving mode, so Strada for street, Sport for sport, and Corsa is for the race track. And it's actually in the sports and Corsa when the exhaust valve open up. Apart from this button is for the spray, and this is for the intensity of the wipers. Over here also you have a few buttons. This is for the cruise control and to adjust the headlights. All the buttons you see here look exactly how a fighter jet button looks. So this is what Lamborghini wanted you to feel when you sit inside. You feel like you're sitting in a fighter jet. So guys, I've got my hands on the paid options loading list of this Lamborghini Huracan and how much it costs. So let's start with that. So starting with the color, the Aranzio Borealis color, it costs a whooping 7,20,000 rupees. Then the contrast stitching that you can see, the orange stitching right here, that costs 1,12,000 rupees. Then the front and rear parking sensors and the rear view camera, that costs 6,30,000 rupees. Then the branding package, the Lamborghini logo on the headrest, that costs 1,58,000 rupees. The brake calipers painted in orange, that cost 2,00,000 rupees. Then the magneto rheological suspension, that costs 5,40,000 rupees. Then the Lamborghini dynamic steering, that cost 3,83,000 rupees. So that basically minimizes the understeer and the oversteer. Also the race exhaust is not mentioned in this, but the Lamborghini race exhaust should cost about 15 lakh rupees. And the Novitec Tornado kit that you see outside, that should also cost about 20 to 25 lakh rupees. So the loadings on this car is about 60 to 70 lakh rupees, guys. That's insane. You can get another premium car in that price. So guys, now I'm going to fire up this beast and let's hear the race exhaust from Lamborghini, and also this is going to be a cold start. So let's go. So this is how you engage the reverse gear. So you pull this up, you can see a R right there, and it goes behind like that. And when you want to engage the first gear, you have to pull the upshift of the paddle shifters, and this is the first gear and it goes in the front. And when you want to engage the neutral, so you pull both the paddles at the same time and it goes into neutral. So let's have a look at the front boot. And this is super light because it is completely made up of carbon fiber. And here you can see the authentication stamp from Novitec. And this opens up to a fairly small boot space, but at least there is a boot space and you can fit at least one luggage suitcase. And let's close it. So let's have a look at the engine bay. And here's the magnificent 5.2 liter naturally aspirated V10 engine that produces 602 horsepower and 560 Nm of torque. And this is how the door handles of the Huracan open. And you just pull it like that. And everything about the car has hexagonal shape, so everything has a hexagon. Over here there's a hexagon, over here there's a hexagon. In the interior also you'll find a hexagon. Also over here you have all quadrilateral pointed shapes, and that's what the design language of the Huracan is. And let's have a look at the fueling lid. You press this and it opens, and you have a direct nozzle, so you have to put the nozzle directly inside. There is no cap, and the minimum fuel rated for this car is 95 octane. Let's put it to Corsa again.